All right, there, boys and girls. I've had a little bit of a break. It's oppressively hot. It really is. The thermometer says 80 degrees or 82 degrees. It feels like it's way hotter than that. But either way, I've got to take these. You see right here, right there. Those are the steaks the tomatoes were on. I got to take the plastic pipes off the wooden part and deal with all the parts. Get that done. I got some dirt here. It needs to go in the garden. See right here? I bought this the other day. That needs to go in the garden, but I've got to figure out how to fix those white plastic things first. I might just staple them in place. Anyway, time to get with it. You know, I really feel like a fool through all of this screwing around with these white pipes, because it would have been much easier just to throw them away than try to cut them up into pieces first. But I got to cut them up into pieces to be able to put them in the trash can. Used to be, I would have a truck parked outside, and I would take stuff like that and just disassemble it and throw it in the back of the truck. And that was it. It was done in a couple of minutes. Now I got to sit around cutting up these pipes small enough to be able to fit into a trash bag. If it doesn't fit in a trash bag, you can't put it out there. You can put it out there for the trash to take, but they won't take it. It'll just sit there forever. So I feel like a fool having to cut all that stuff up. It took forever. I mean, could I have made it more difficult? It's comical, really. I mean, how hard can it be that you're going to throw away anyway? That way it's a little quicker and easier. I think putting it as comical is probably the best description ever, because I mean I'd have had to work pretty hard to make it more difficult than it was just to throw away some pipe. That's all I had to do was throw away some pipe, and of course throw away the box as well. But that turned out to be fairly simple. I can do that. Okay. Put tools up. Putting stuff away is starting to pay off. Having all that space, paying off. 7 dust for the garden. That can go right here. As of right now, I've only used that 7 dust once, but it has made a marked difference. Those plants are getting a lot more bug damage than what I imagined. All right. I got a plan for hanging those license plates out there that's going to look really cool. We're going to start sorting out what's good to get kept and what we're just going to throw out. And from standing here looking, I can tell you, I'm getting the feeling, especially seeing how tomorrow night trash goes out, I might just throw away a lot of it. And as you will see, that was not a threat or exaggeratory statement. I knew a lot of that stuff was just going to get thrown out. I tried to avoid it because I hate throwing stuff away. But people that I had spoken to about it, people that I had talked to that came to buy other things, all said the same thing. And I would answer the question the same way they did. I said, hey, look, I have all this stuff here. You don't need this? Oh, no, I already have all that. Yeah, me too. So, you know what? Rather than screw around with, I just decided it's got to go away. Now, look how small that pile got. That's all there is left is that little pile right there. And there's room for that. I got it. Okay, boys and girls. The next thing to do is to find this little pile, which I'm happy about. Need to find that little pile of home. Now there's room in those boxes. Let me go see what I can do. Everything's stored where it goes and readily available. That's how it works. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Man, I sure do move stuff around a lot, I'll tell you what. But, you know, it familiarizes you with what's there, and you get a chance to group it together, and put it in a place that's a little more handy to work with. That low table that I'm putting this stuff on is really a very nice piece. That is a super handy low bench to have. There's an interesting story. You need to watch this video all the way to the end, because towards the end of it, there's a pretty interesting story about that pile that was really unexpected. I am moving stuff around, getting it ready for marketplace. Yeah, it's hot, but progress, and progress is important, because one of these days there's going to be a black truck sitting out there. You see that white car? One of these days there'll be a black truck sitting there where that car is, I think. I'm still waiting on the paper. I've been waiting for the title for since since February 15th, I think. Guy says he has it. He's going to send it to me. I ain't seen it yet. It's been 4 months. Nice guy. Ain't got no complaints about him other than I would like the papers, you know. Look at that table. Now, look at that table. Almost all of that stuff is going to get put for sale. Whether it sells or not is another story. But all I can do is try. What do you do? Your best. That's what you do. If your best ain't good enough, then you either try harder or try harder. One of the two. I'm tired. I don't know what time it is, but I reckon it's probably on to 3 o'clock. We got a clock up there. You see my beer clock? I think that's pretty nice. I gotta get a battery and put in there. If it's not all nasty and corroded from having one in there for 5 or 6 years, it's dead. Which is probably the case, because it's how I am. What I need to do now is blow this place out real good. Blow off this table real good. Put a trash bag in the trash can. Blow this place out good. And start cleaning up all those tools and take pictures of them. And I don't feel like doing it right now. I don't know what time it is. Amy went and got Matt at 2 o'clock, and it seems like that was a long time ago. So I think what I'm going to do is can't come out here tomorrow because of the barbecue. Maybe I won't feel so bad. Maybe I'll, most of the time you go to a barbecue at somebody's house, you get home, you don't feel like doing nothing. But maybe I'll feel like, cleaning stuff and taking pictures, because it's hot out here, but it's not that hard to do. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. In the meantime, I went over to look at my truck yesterday. They were welding the exhaust system together. It's going to sound nice. I have owned that truck since February, I think the 15th. 15th or the 16th, I don't remember now. Got it written down in the office. I've never driven it. Today is June 26th. February 16th, March, April, May, June. Yeah, it's been over 4 months. Might be a bit of an understatement to say I'm really looking forward to it. I really need to blow this place out, so let me do that. I feel fairly confident to say that if you'd watched the channel, the In the Garage, in my channel stuff for a while, you know that I've blown the garage out many, many, many times. And I'm always blowing out sawdust is what I'm blowing out. And all the times that you guys have seen me do it, I've never added more sawdust to it. Sawdust is just so hard to get out. It's so hard to get rid of. And there's so much of it in there. It's just crazy. It's nuts. And I'm calling that good for today. Peace out. Today is Sunday, the 20, I'm not sure if it's 27th or 28th. I think it's the 28th. Anyway, it's Sunday. Yesterday, the first part of this video that you saw was done on Friday. I'm not comfortable here. First part of this video that you saw me doing was actually done on Friday. I got out here and did as much as I could Friday because one of Amy's many sisters has a barbecue at her house every year the weekend before July 4th. It's always a good time. It's always a bunch of people. It was great. We love going. They're super, super nice people, very hospitable people that you see. Sometimes it's people that you see once a year. You know, they come in from all over. Houston, Rayville, everywhere. Anyway, not the point. Point of it is, right before we left yesterday morning, right before we left to go to the barbecue, I got a message on Marketplace. It was a guy who wanted to buy something that I had for sale on Marketplace. And I said, well, he said, can he come and pick it up? And I said, well, I'm fixing to have to leave. I'll call you as soon as I get back. Or send you a message as soon as I get back. So when we got back, I sent him a message. And he said, oh, good. He said, I'll be over there in 10 minutes. And believe it or not, it took him an hour, but still, he showed up. And if you want to consider, you want to compare that to how it is with most people. Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. And then they never show up at all. Or especially on Marketplace. Is it still available? You tell them it is, and you never hear back. So I guess they just want to know if it's available or not, is the only thing I can figure. Anyhow, the point behind it is this. So he said he'd be here, and he got here. And he bought what I had, and I had all this stuff. Remember all this stuff I've been having sitting on the table? Had all this stuff sitting on the table. None of it. I hadn't had a chance to put any of it on Marketplace for sale yet. And he asked me if that was for sale. And I said, yeah, I just haven't had a chance to put it on there yet. And so he started going through the pile and digging through stuff that he wanted. And he bought a lot of stuff. I hadn't even had a chance to put it on Marketplace yet. But you see that? Out of all that stuff I had, that's all there is left. Out of all the piles of stuff, all the duplicates, that's all I have left. The guy either threw away the stuff or that guy bought it all. And it's worked out well for me. He bought all the DeWalt cordless tools. He bought a bunch of stuff. He bought a bunch of stuff. That table is pretty much empty. He bought a bunch of stuff. And I'm very happy about it because it relieved me of having to put it all on Marketplace. And to be honest with you, some of the stuff that he bought, there was already a bunch of it on Marketplace, and I was kind of, I didn't really want to put it on Marketplace because I figured it's not going to sell anyway, so what's the point, you know? But man, he took it all. He took a bunch of stuff, so made me happy as happy can get. Now all I got to do is clean this up and put it for sale, which ain't going to take much, which I was going to do now, but I don't know what time it is. I've been in the office working on videos all day. I guess I'll start wiping some of this stuff down. Start getting pictures of it. Might as well. I don't think I'm going to play with that stuff a whole lot right now. I don't know. I'm kind of overworked. I've been in the office since 7:30. 7. Been in the office since 7, and it's probably 2 o'clock. So I'm kind of worked enough for today. Need to get out here tomorrow morning a little sooner, get some pictures of this stuff, and get it put on Marketplace so I can get rid of it. And we'll hope for the best. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the time you spend here. I appreciate your participation in the conversation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.